Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. Kevin, we are... I don't know, what are we doing?
Well, so you guys had finished the race, and then you'd met up with your, let's call it team manager, Rain, and she kind of yelled at you about getting back on the, her quest that she had given you to investigate the possible foul play in the death of Team Elysium, a previous Drifters team. So that's what we had covered last time.
On Critical Hit.
So you had a data pad provided to you by Rain with some details about the ship and the crash and the company that had pulled it away from the wreckage, and you were going to start investigating some of your local contacts. That's because some of you have been to Akaton before, in terms of trying to dig into what happened here. Where is the ship now? Is there anything you could investigate on that front? So that was one angle, and then the rest was up to you guys. So you are on board the Squeaky Clean right now. And Squeebo is very happy to see you in his open mouth, googly eye grin kind of way. And you think he was happy. He was happy or hungry or both.
Maybe he was gassy.
Is there a difference?
It's good to have pets,
And Grace had, I think, you had a secure conversation, so Grace had to tap out of that one, but she is still here and able to assist, and that's where all 6 of you are.
Okay. So after resting some, we'll meet up again?
Yes, so you guys want to rest aboard the Squeaky Clean and recover all of your stamina and spells and kind of officially level to level 4.
Yes, recharge. Literally.
Nice. All right, good.
I will, once everybody's out, or at least moving around, I will ask Grace to ring up Talos' parents.
So it's just you? Or no, you're waiting for everybody?
Yeah, if people are around, then they can come over and take part in this, but I figure there's probably at least 1 or 2 crew members that probably don't necessarily want to be involved in this.
I want my money.
Yeah, so Bob is involved.
Okay. Sure. So as you do that, you note on your little comms link infosphere connections thing that you have a message pending to you as well.
Oh, I'll check that.
It is from Big 313. The android that you know from back in the day.
Great.
Vangie, you also have a copy of the message. And it's audio only. And he says, hey, Hecubino and Vangie, so I'm going to need your help with something. Mind if I come by the Squeaky Clean today? And there's a response requested on the message.
Well, that's a lot nicer than I expected from this person, if I ever heard from them again.
Yeah. Want to have him come by?
Let's see what he wants to say. I'll answer back, sure, come on by. And I'll say probably now-ish.
All right, cool. So do you still want to call Talos' parents?
Yep.
All right. Who all is participating in the call? It's up to you whether you're awake and interested.
Bob is.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
I'll be around just in case anything goes down.
Okay,
we'll
so
all
everybody
be there.
That's cool.
We're all there. All right. So you connect to the you're pretty sure after glancing at this, like what the most people have like contact information in your comms links that are straightforward. This one looks so sketchy. It does not look like a legitimate comms signature, but it's the only thing that Beth left after she hacked the ship's communications previously. So you're going into some dark infosphere zones. But you initiate the call with Talus's parents, and after just a moment, Beth again answers with she is again immersed in a giant gelatinous tank with like it's like a cylindrical tank filled with like a pink goo, but you can still see the floating contemplative that you identify as Beth, probably. And then in the background is another contemplative with decorative eyeglasses, but running about in the background, manning a massive set of supercomputers that he seems to be constantly fiddling with, like Dr. Frankenstein.
Okay.
And she says, "Oh, well, hello there, crew of the Squeaky Clean. Oh, it's mighty fine speaking with you all again."
Hello. So
well,
we
what is the nature of your call then? I saw the race.
Yeah, we wanted to talk to you about where we are at vis-a-vis Talos and keeping him safe.
Oh, so I should thank you for getting him through that first part of the race there. That is good. He was under some fire from some of those other little vehicles. It's really violent what you all do.
Yeah, it's rough stuff.
Well, you made it all out okay, so that's a win in my book.
Well, good.
So then, what can I do for you?
There is a matter of payment as far as getting Talos through the race.
Oh. Well, I was considering the payment, and I was thinking, since he's still in the race, though, right? Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you haven't really secured our little boy's safety, not yet.
We did secure his safety through the race. If you'd like to negotiate for further races, we definitely would be willing to listen.
No. I meant through the whole race, through drifters, the whole thing. So if he dies, next episode or what have you, that's no good to me.
Bob's got like a 1,000-yard stare.
Could we get some of the money now since we did some of the job?
Well, that seems fair. Now, how many episodes of this Drifters are there? Like 2 more?
No, it's a lot more than that.
Oh, well then, how about I prorate it?
Actually, if we are to keep him safe throughout the entirety of it, I'd like to renegotiate it. I'm fine, certainly fine with prorating it, but 9,000 for an entire season of gunfire and alien species is going to run you a little bit more.
And we also can't guarantee his safety if he's in any races we're not in.
That's true.
You should try to get him disqualified then. Isn't that what they'd call strategy?
We could try to do that, but that in and of itself is a job, and we would need some amount of resources.
Almost like I'm paying you to do that job, right?
I mean,
if you've got any ideas to help us get him disqualified, ma'am.
I understand that there has been a miscommunication here. You were not aware of the nature of drifters, and we made some assumptions going in. So how about we start this over? What do you want?
Well, I'd like you to honor our agreement that we had.
Okay.
I think that's
Which is
fair.
What in your lobes was our agreement?
Oh, thank you. she kind of pets her giant lobes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking our son doesn't die as a result of his obsession with this Drifters show.
Okay.
And we'll say that to put a specific measurable goal associated with that, you only have to take care of him through the end of the season, because then he should be off the show.
Okay.
And if you get him off the show sooner, so much the better.
Okay. May I have a moment to consult with my crew?
Of course.
Okay. I'll mute the call. She just gets like a radical Team Lizard brain screen. It's probably done in crayon because we haven't gotten around to hiring a graphic artist.
A graphic designer.
Yeah.
All right. That Vangie sketched out on a cocktail napkin.
Oh yeah. It kind of looks
right,
like Vangi's looks like Trogdor basically.
Yeah. All right. So some issues here.
Yes.
There is this job could potentially be a lot more work, especially since there are going to be times when Talos is going to be racing where we're not at. So I think we have basically two options. Option one, we bail, essentially saying, well, we got him through one race, so prorate us one race's worth of stuff and, walk out of here with, 500 credits, which is something. Or we take on the job, we ask for more money, and then we make it our job to go and kneecap Talos. Metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, this is more like a $90,000 job, not a $9,000 job.
It is a lot of work, and we already are handling an entire race and
other opposition.
If they won't go for 120,000 credits, I say we bail on this.
So you'd be, for 120,000 credits, you'd be willing for us as a team to make it our job to basically go find Talos and get him to get out of the race somehow?
I mean, it's a lot better than the current agreement.
It doesn't matter what the current agreement
I would rather bail.
I'm saying, would you, okay, so your vote is to bail.
Yep, unless they're willing to pay a huge amount of money.
Just as a quick point of reference, 120,000 credits would make you, even split 6 ways, so let's say 20,000 credits each, is incredibly, it's more money than any of you have ever had or seen.
Sure.
For what it's worth.
Sure.
It's definitely more than I've seen.
I just like, I feel like Bob threw out a number, and then when I pursued it, he's like, but actually, no, it's too much work. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do a lot with that kind of money depending
this
on
money. This money is metaphorical. First, we would have to negotiate that sum.
Well,
we're starting at 9,000.
Yeah, 9,000 is a lot, but I mean, I could still really use the money. But and if we could actually upgrade some stuff, it would really help us for the race. But then we could also maybe get in trouble if we tried to disqualify him. But he probably did something that he should be disqualified for, like mind controlling his teammates. Maybe we could just try to unmind control his teammates, and then they'll leave, and then his team will fall apart.
Maybe. I don't know that his teammates are fully under mind control. I think that's just something that he does, and I'm pretty sure that Drifters doesn't care.
Oh, you're probably right.
The rules here are very lax, especially if you consider that the Formian team probably was either cheating by having too many brains or cheating by actually having no single complete brain. So it gets really iffy once you start figuring out what's mind controlling what.
Well, we could tell her that it's going to be real hard to disqualify him because of that, and then try to maybe get a per race rate that we keep him alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be an option. I don't know. The whole thing kind of sounds like
everyone. I hate to interrupt your comms call. Everyone,
I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt your comms call, but I just got a sensor alert, and it looks like we have visitors outside.
Oh.
Yep, there they are on the screen that Grace pulls up. That's an outdoor cam outside of the Squeaky Clean. You see about a half dozen. They look, I don't know, maybe soldiers or ruffians. You're not sure. They're in head to toe like sandstorm weather with visors and breather masks, and they're definitely heavily armed. And then you also see Big 313, the android bouncer who had reached out to you just a moment ago, and he is a hulking, over 7 foot tall, very burly android that you recognize from your previous interactions with him. And they seem to be outside the Squeaky Clean, and basically, you hear the knock knock of somebody tapping metal against the cargo bay door.
Well, why don't we table this?
Well, we gotta tell her something.
Oh.
Tell her we'll call her back.
Yeah.
We got more pressing matters.
I'll put her back on.
Oh, you're back. All right.
Yes. Sorry, but we have to discuss it a little bit more. A couple of things have come up. We will call you back as soon as we can.
Oh, all righty then. Well, you all have a good day then, and I'll be speaking with you again.
Great. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hang up and go open up the hatch.
Who's this guy?
Oh, this guy's a bouncer. He's also like a mercenary type guy. Real nice guy, smart guy, cool guy. Has only tried to kill us once, and we've only ever tried to kill him once. So I'd say we're probably about on even footing with him.
Should we assume hostile intent?
I mean, I would not assume it.
But he called us saying he needed help.
Yeah. So let's see what he wants.
All right.
You can always hide behind that crate, and I'll point at a place where there used to be a crate, and I'll be like, that crate.
Yeah, if there's places to hide, that sounds like a good idea.
I mean, if we're letting him in through if he's knocking on like the cargo side of things, I'm sure we've got all kinds of stuff around.
All right. Let's go to hides.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Quentin hovers up against something that looks like it might be mechanical and just kind of blends in.
Bob just stands there. This is my ship.
Why do we need to hide from friends? Who's hiding or attempting to blend in?
I am not.
I am.
Quentin will be blending in.
Okay, so stealth checks from the two of you.
Ooh, I'm not good at that. Hang on. Wait, maybe I am good at that. Did I get good at that while I wasn't looking?
That does happen. I did kind of become a master of disguise overnight.
Oh my God, I got really good at that while I wasn't looking. Awesome. Yeah. Wait, how do we play this game again?
/R.
Or you could just click on stealth and it should roll for you.
E20.
It would if my thing were in the thing, but it's not.
It would if I wouldn't.
How do you feel about a nat 20?
Go to a different screen here.
Nice.
For a total of 30.
Wow, that even beats Skritic's excellent check. So
I am a radar dish. Please move along.
So Skritic, we'll start with you. What kind of area were you looking for to hide?
I was kind of gonna try to get somewhere where I might have a little bit of a height advantage, so I can death from above if need be.
Okay, sure.
Like a stack of crates, maybe nestled in there a little higher up.
You climb up one of those, like the cargo rigging, up behind one of the crates, and you have a nice vantage over everything. But there's no clean lines of sight to you. You feel very good about your position, and you have some like good mobility options for getting back down if you want. But Quentin is somehow able to basically be out in the open, and he adopts maybe some of the attributes of some of the lesser, camera robots that he's seen, as opposed to a full-fledged android like himself. So, Quentin, with your role, I'm going to allow you to you basically have to move about the room, but people will assume that you're an inanimate object as opposed to a free-thinking individual, and they'll just be like, "Oh yeah, that's like a random camera droid."
Sneaky robot times.
All right. The other four of you stand your ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
The ones
And
who can play tough, play tough.
the cargo bay doors open. So, the two doors slide to each side, and then the little drop ramp comes down, and there are these half a dozen or so, well, exactly 6 individuals in this sand getup. They're all wearing bright red sashes, like belt-like sashes. And then there's Big 313. Big 313, like I said, 7 feet tall, huge android, basically bursting at his flesh-like seams of his synthetic skin. He has clearly made numerous body modifications to himself, mostly oriented towards increasing his bulk and strength. His muscles are literally cables you can see rippling under the surface of his skin. He is bald and sports several tattoos and digital imprints, showcasing his interest in a high-rolling lifestyle, including danger sports like Brutalis, gambling, and also music.
He also likes Radiohead.
I mean,
Fallout
who doesn't?
droid.
Better than the rest.
Fallout droid. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Infohead.
My Mechanical Romance.
And they start walking up the ramp.
Yep. We'll walk up so that they don't necessarily get all the way in, at a respectful distance.
Sure. So the guys in the sandy explorer outfits with the visors and breather masks, you basically can't see any of their skin at all. But they're carrying some pretty heavy duty blasters. They're not pointing them at you, but they're two-handed weapons, and they've got one of them has some sort of pole arm on his back, and they're looking about. Clearly, at least Vangie, if not several of you, get a sense that these guys have seen many a fight.
I mean, assuming they don't immediately start blasting us, I'll.
Nope, they're not even pointing their blasters at you.
Yeah. So I'll take point and be like, "Hey, Big 313, is that a new one?" And I'll point at, like a sexy lady rolling dice.
Oh, hey, Hecubino. Yeah, I got this last time I was at the casinos. I had a pretty good time, but seems my ways might have come back to bite me. So I got a bit of a favor to ask.
Okay.
And he turns to look at the lead guy in this sand trooper outfit, and that guy pulls off his breather mask and visor and pulls back his hood, and you're looking at a red skinned, like a deep burgundy red, with scars on his face. Human, yeah. And so they're called Hilki, which they're just humans, but due to the environment on Acton, their skin tone happens to be a deep red.
Too much iron in their diet. I acknowledge him.
This here is Marcos. Maybe he can explain. And Marcos comes up.
Hey, Marcos. I'm Hecubino. This is Vangy. And I'll look to see who's still there.
Bob waves.
Yeah. Bob. And that is, believe it or not, part of our crew. And generally, they're called Amu.
Hello.
Bengi does a arms crossed, semi-intimidating nod.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
So this guy approaches and he says, "Oi, you is Lucky Day, huh? You his friends, right?" Pointing at Big 313.
I mean, we know each other. Get along pretty well about half the time. Why? What's up? You owe you money?
Well, Hecubino, I may have gambled a little on the race.
Well, if you bet for us, you could only win big, right?
Well, so I was thinking that, and I wanted to bet on you. It's not that I wanted to bet against you. It's that I thought I would hedge my bets. Either Team Lizardbrain wins, and then I've got friends who are big winners, or they lose, and at least, even though I'm heartbroken that you lost, at least I get some credits as a hedge, as a compensation, and just to make me feel better.
How much money do you owe?
Marcos chimes in. You need 10,000 credits to save your friend's life.
Well, I don't think between the 1, 2, 3. I don't think between the 4 of us we have 10,000 credits.
You know things. You got rich people. You drink on a yacht. I see you. And he pulls up his little comm thing and he replays you guys partying on the Victory Yacht.
Yeah, so, that's why we don't have the money.
Yeah, they cheated us out of the money for that. So, so there is a way we can maybe work this out. In that we've got someone who will pay us a bunch of money to do something, and you've got this problem, but I'm not sure that your skill set is very well equipped for dealing with the other problem.
No. See, we have our own skill set. Your ship has a target lock on it.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you're not leaving Akaton without me getting my credits. It's only fair, eh? You but big winners, you hotshot drifters.
We didn't bet on us.
Oh,
that would have been really smart.
That would have been smart.
Next time.
Okay. So let me get this straight. You are not gonna let us leave Akaton unless we pay you Big 313's debt.
Now you know it. You don't care about Akaton. You spit on us, treat us like dust, like we criminals. And one of the guys behind him in his little breather mask goes, "We are criminals, boss man. Still,
we're from Akaton."
Yeah, what are you talking about? We're hometown kids.
Yeah,
we grew up in that trash heap over there.
Yeah, we went to the orphanarium.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, you think you better than us now that you leave Akaton? No, you take on his debt, or we kill him and blow up your ship.
How are you gonna blow up our ship?
We got you target locked. Oh my goodness! How many times I have to explain it to you?
Okay. All right. So
maybe you should target lock like a richer ship.
Yes. Go search the ship. Be sure there ain't more of them hiding. We stay here. You go about, get us our credits. We stay here, keep everything nice and safe, nice and cozy.
Oh, I should warn you, if you guys go in, we do have a pretty severe security system that we haven't had a chance to turn off.
We also have a minor crate fiend. That's what it's called. Infestation.
Scare us.
An infestation.
So this seems like it's just like a hostage situation. Like, why don't you just target lock someone who has more money?
You big hotshot drifter winners. I don't know anybody as rich as you.
I mean, that's fair.
That is fair.
Well, you are not going to get that much money from us. So do you want to rethink your strategy, or are you just going to send your guys into our ship?
He owe us 10,000 credits. You settle up for 5 if you don't care whether he live or die. We let you go for 5. And then Big 313 says, "Don't let him kill me, Vangie. I was going to learn bass guitar. There's a homeless Yosoki girl I've been taking care of. Thinking of adopting her."
Oh, that's pretty cute.
That is cute, and I totally believe him. Okay. Well, I tell you what. If I had access to the ship's sensors, I'd try to figure out where the target lock is coming from. But otherwise, I will say that we'll think about it. We'll see if we can get you the money.
Well, we stay right here. We're the Red Belt Gang.
Okay.
Have you heard of the Red Belt Gang?
Have I heard of the Red Belt Gang?
Make a culture check.
I'm going to say Hecubino definitely hasn't.
Nope.
Oh, can I make some sort of check to convey something to someone?
Absolutely. I think what you want is a
Innuendo.
Okay. Oh, actually, I think my character sheet's up to date. Activate roll 20 character sheet.
18.
So what are you
18.
trying to convey and to whom?
I'm trying to get Bob to use the ship's sensors to figure out if we are actually if something is actually locked onto us, because I kind of get a sense that these guys are bluffing.
So Bob or anyone else can make a sense motive check to try to pick up on what Hecubino is laying down.
Sense motive. Ooh, this is pretty bad.
Pass.
I could try it.
Yeah, no. Bob
I don't
didn't
know if
pick
I
up
could-
on that.
Do much about it though. Let's see.
Well,
24.
Scritic.
Bob is like, that would be helpful.
Wow.
Matthew, stop
A
it.
random
Another-
camera droid suddenly walks by or hovers through them.
Oh man, Quentin just like, oh, you happen to want something maybe with an infosphere integration built into it to just seamlessly interface with the ship's computers, you say. Don't mind if I do. But Skritic, you also pick up on it for sure. So both Quentin and Skritic understand what Hecubino is trying to convey, and that his message was intended for his crewmates, not Marcos.
Random camera droid floats over towards a console.
And don't really think there's much I can do about it, but I'll get into spring in position.
Yeah.
I mean, all you have to do is contact Grace.
Beep beep burp beep burp burp. Can a random camera droid speak to Grace without anyone
You
hearing?
can certainly interact with Grace through a console. Grace is very capable of interacting through digital media or text interfaces, but you're an android, so you guys can communicate very quickly through some sort of binary protocol.
Random camera droid says 001001001001110.
And what does that convey?
Grace, access ship sensors. Are we under any sort of target lock?
We are. There is a vehicle approximately 1 kilometer northwest of us on a ridge that has a large, I guess it's a type of plasma cannon locked onto us. From normally, I'd be able to give a fair chance of us being able to dodge it, but we're basically sitting ducks while we're taking off.
Would that cannon penetrate the shields if they were active?
Maybe not in a single hit, but they would probably get several rounds of firing on us.
Thank you. If Hecubino were to get a text message, would it be visible to anyone around him?
So Hecubino doesn't have any cybernetic implants that I'm aware of, right, Hecubino?
No.
So you have like a comms badge, so you'd have to, at the very least, like visibly look at your watch.
Oh, yeah.
Chirp it.
I will literally, as I'm talking, look at my watch, like just to just to like innocuously check what time it is and also receive a message.
Hey, I boring you here?
Message from Quentin. Target lock confirmed.
Dawes, Kami, go search the ship.
How many exits are there into the ship from the cargo bay?
Well, there's 2 kind of main hallways, and then there's going up into the pilot area, and then there's kind of like up and back, which is into like your like meeting room quarters area. So I guess kind of technically 1, 2, 3 exits that aren't outside.
Okay.
The forward exit branches into 2 different paths. Like imagine yourself, you're towards the back center of the ship, and you have a right, you have a left entrance. Those both go into hallways that connect to both where like gunnery stations are and also your personal quarters. And then there's a forward exit that takes you, if you kept going forward, to basically like where the pilot is, like the bridge of the ship. And instead, if you kind of doubled back and went up, there's a room kind of above this that is where you have like an eating quarters, like central room.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You said these guys were the Red Belt Gang?
Yep.
Okay.
And there are how many of them?
There's Marcos, and it looks like 6 others. So
okay.
Kim, like looking over them, I mean, is there any way like to kind of gauge how tough they look?
I mean, he did say that they look like they've seen some scrapes.
Sure. So do we.
Why don't you give me a sense motive check there, Vangie?
Bad at that.
It's a good call.
Just an 11.
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
Not
I mean, you would say these guys are some form of like, freelance, mercenary, scavenger, soldier crew.
Yeah, they're like
not
locals. They're like
Mm-hmm.
local freelancers.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Marcos talks to his boys about going in and finding the money, I'll be like, well, tell you what, let's all go in and see if we can scrounge up your money.
No. You have the cred sticks. You go.
I thought you guys were going to
Everyone else stay right here. We're all good right here. And he taps his heavy blaster.
We don't have those credits, so we'd have to, like go pull a job or something.
Oh, you don't have the credits. So then what you look on the ship for, eh? You try to ambush us?
No.
What?
We're going to see if we can, like, get you one of those weapons off of the buggy.
Ah, sure. No, she's right. And he nods at Vangie. Listen to your Vesk. Go out, do a job, make some credits.
Okay. That might take a while. You just going to hang out over here?
Oh, this is cozy. Nice and cozy. We eat your food. We drink our drinks. We get real comfortable.
Random camera droid floats to right over Hecubino's shoulder.
Okay. Well, we'll get.
You need this explained to you some more. You want me to signal for the ship to get fired upon?
No. Well, I mean, if they got fired on right now, you're in it. So that seems like a questionable
You got
call.
shields. First blow is free. You know this.
Fine. All right. Feel like shrug. Look at everyone.
Hey, I'm real sorry for getting you into this.
Yeah, you should be.
Well, you kind of owe me from that previous time. Kind of.
That was business.
This is sort of business, except maybe it could be personal. We could be friends after this.
Oh,
we like friends.
To get out of this alive, we better be friends.
Yeah. Good friends.
Oh,
yes.
You guys are gonna be my best buds. And like I said, I'm gonna learn bass guitar. We could be in a band.
So like, it's like that's fine. Like Hecubino will step out of the way, like still on the ramp, but just be like, all right, go on, get cozy. We'll go find some job to pull.
Do you guys need anything? I feel bad for putting you on the spot. If you need any context or something, I might be able to help out.
We'll call you if we can't find anything. Just make sure our vacuum doesn't get kicked or anything.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but all right.
You will.
Help yourself to the rations. Eat as many as you want.
You got rich people rations. Yeah, we celebrate.
I guess.
I just want to bury a blade right in that guy's face.
Yeah, it's okay. So
I'm not even here. I'm just a random camera droid. So
yeah, we'll let him into the ship.
Okay.
And once they walk in, we'll take Higibino will take a couple steps out, look at Vangie and be like, "You ready to do this?"
One person, by the way, one of them goes to a computer terminal, and Grace will signal that they're trying to lock out controls, and Grace will signal to, let's say, Quentin, because you guys had that data lock just a moment ago, and over the infosphere connections, he'll say, Quentin, I'm going to have to go dark. I don't think that these people are skilled enough to actually cause any real damage to me or the ship systems, but I'm going to have to keep them busy.
Affirmative.
I'll put a hand on who's like it. Can I get Vangie and Bob next to me?
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, guys, I guess we're gonna have to pull a job. I'll put a hand on Vangie's shoulder, a hand on Bob's shoulder, and say, all right, we whip around and start shooting. We got to keep the boss alive so they don't fire on us. 1, 2, 3, go. Wow.
Okay. Oh my God.
That's what about.
Yeah, good luck with that because my initiative's terrible. So
Yeah. Well,
Roll initiative. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
well
Great.
how
Here
about
we are.
how about we find out what happens next time?
On critical hit.
Critical hit.
Random camera droid gonna open a can of whoopee.
Yeah, it's a good thing Bob has a laser pistol.
I am.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Not sure this is the right
Fantastic.
call, but I look forward to finding out one way or another.
Yeah. All
Somebody
right.
gonna get killed by a random camera droid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, nothing like a shootout inside close quarters of your own ship with a rocket being ready to launch at you to really make you wait until next week, right? Oh my
It's
gosh.
a plasma cannon. I mean, it's.
Oh my gosh, wait until next week to see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be here, you'll be here, everyone will be here, and we'll all be hoping our dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2021 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.